Chiswick Mall has some of the oldest houses in Chiswick, Jacobean and Georgian, with established gardens nurtured by the residents over decades, if not centuries. Some are traditional English gardens, while others have been made over in a more modern style. And each year the keenest gardeners open their gardens to the public for charity. Several of them are taking part in the National Gardens Scheme, which has gardeners participating all over the country. The rest prefer to raise money for the British Red Cross separately. Sir Alan Monroe, a former ambassador to Saudi Arabia and Algeria, is also a former vice-chairman of the British Red Cross.
These three gardens here, all together along the Mall, we have been opening in late May for about 16 years, I think, in aid of the British Red Cross for its work both in this country and, of course, the overseas side. And what we managed to collect this year, at the end of May, will, I'm sure, be largely dedicated to the Nepal relief project.
This is a beautiful garden. Come clean, is it all your own work or do you have help?
Somebody comes and helps with the mowing or the hedge clipping periodically. Otherwise, no, my wife and I have really done it ourselves. And it's very rewarding, not only the floral side, but we also, surprisingly, produce a considerable amount of vegetables and, of course, fruit out of our garden here. And this quince tree bears very heavily, and we make from it quince jellies and also quince cheeses, those blocks of concentrated quince, and we sell those along with other produce. We make red currants and so on from here when we open. It's a very popular stall when we have the open garden.
Quince cheese, I must admit, is a new thing to me, but you've got beautiful roses as well.
Well, we have the early May arch of apricot-coloured roses at the moment, and then the next one, all in bud, which normally comes out by the end of May, which suits us very well, along with all the peonies beside it here. And that is, they're called Pull's Musk, and it's a wonderful kind of wedding arch of white.
So we've been in the garden that's behind the house, so that's very private. But we're now on the other side of the road, in front of your house, where you've got the river. And the river does you a favour now and again in terms of the garden, I believe.
The flooding, which occurs, 2 or 3 days a month, and at certain times of year, like the equinox, would be up to my knees here, certainly, covers the whole of this ground with a sort of Nile effect, really, and the roses certainly benefit from it.
Down the other end of the mall, George and Jane Nissen are among those taking part in the National Gardens Scheme. Like Sir Alan, they've been opening their garden to the public for years. George told me how they'd got into it.
We were rather forced into opening our garden by two great friends who lived just along the road, who had always opened their gardens. And they persuaded us to develop the garden and open it. They've both gone now, so we're left here with a garden which my wife loves and gives her a huge amount of pleasure. But the charity is an admirable one. It supports Macmillan nursing and all sorts of other charities of that sort. But it brings together gardeners from really all over the country.
Two plants that are particularly remarkable here, I think, are the pineapple tree, is it called that?
It's called a Cytisus batandieri, and it's a pineapple broom. It has a wonderful smell, and it will be full of bloom in a fortnight's time, I'm glad to say. Well, there's not much to see now. And then the fuchsia, which is here, has turned itself into a tree, which is quite unusual. Usually it's just a shrub. And that's a feature of our garden too. But there are a lot of interesting plants here. My wife is very keen on them.
Who comes?
All manner of people. I think mostly, certainly experts on gardening look out in the Yellow Book. But there are a lot of people who are on a nice weekend of walking along the Mall, and they see a sign saying garden open, they pop in too. So that's very nice.
The homeowners welcome people into their gardens not only to appreciate the beauty and perhaps nick a few ideas, but also to enjoy tea and cakes, lemonade and homemade ice cream. And should you wish to take a plant home with you, there's also a plant sale.